Doesn't take long to understand the weightiness and the gravity of the moment at hand and the importance of keeping this going forward from year to year, the dialogue between the Holocaust survivors and the Nazi descendants, and the attempt at reconciliation, as fumbly as it may always appear. I'm Mitch Jerome. I'm Rosalie's the executive director of the March of Remembrance, and I am her husband. And our ministry is able to be the umbrella under the March of Remembrance. And we are grateful for you people, for you guys showing up. And today you have given of your time, a precious commodity, to come out and march, be visible, be vocal. I would like to believe that for every one of you here, there's another 10 that you know that stand with you, that are like-minded, that would stand up against the evil of anti-Semitism. But you are the ones that showed up, and the importance of keeping that, again, going forward. So I'm going to ask you of something else that's important to you, not only of your time, but of your resources, that you would consider today sowing into the march, so that we would have seed for next year's event, as we have marches today happening, yesterday in Kingwood, today here, and also in Lufkin. And each year seems like a new place pops up. There's over 30 of them right now in America, and many of them throughout Europe. And while you're making out checks, you can make it right out to the March of Remembrance, and there should be envelopes that are here for you to fill out. You also can go online on the brochures, and there's a website too for those who would consider donating in that fashion. And while you're doing that, I'll share with you a couple of statistics that I recently read from the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. Now, here's a group that for the past 53 years have conducted anti-Semitic studies in America, and just recently have expanded those studies internationally to 100 countries. And here's what they found out. They basically asked 11 questions, and in random interviews around the world, and if 6 out of 11 questions were answered affirmatively, then that person was considered anti-Semitic. There's over 1.09 billion people in the world that harbor anti-Semitic attitudes. In America alone, the number is 24 million adults, and that's about 10% of the population, which, if you put that in perspective, if you're in a ballpark or some big congregation, every 10 seats, there's a person there that has a hatred to you because you're Jewish. It's an enormous amount. But the fact is, America has some of the lowest statistics for anti-Semitism compared to the world. UK, 12%, France, 17%, Belgium, 21%, Poland, 37%, Hungary, 40%, Romania, 47%, Greece, an astounding 67%. Can you imagine being in a country where almost 7 out of every 10 people would harbor anti-Semitic or hatred towards you because of your belief, who you are, what you were born, how you were born? It was interesting to see that countries that had some significant population of Jewish people had the lowest percentage of anti-Semitism. And I would tend to believe the reason is they have a voice, and it gets amplified through organizations like the ADL, the Holocaust Museums, Jewish Federation, can amplify what people are standing for, like you are today. Countries that don't have a large Jewish base, there's no one there to counter them. There's no one there to stand up. There's no one there to say, hold on, that is totally off. That's propaganda. And it's amazing because the world's population of Jewish people is 0.2%. Where is there ever a significant, huge base of the Jewish people? Well, bless the Lord that there are also righteous Christians that rise up in times of needs and stand along with the Jewish population to make a point. And we're in a room full of that with you people today. Bless you. So I would ask that you would consider again sowing into the March of Remembrance so we can keep this event going forward, because within the next 10 years we will not have survivors. We won't have firsthand people that had this awful experience to share. The ADL has one more statistic which is just startling, that 32% of the population of the world today, 70 years after the Holocaust, when we still have survivors alive, 32% of the population of the world have basically heard something about the Holocaust, and what it was is basically a false impression, a myth, or exaggeration. So we need your help. We thank you for your support, and we're gracious for you all being part of this event today. Bless you.
Visit www.marchofremembrancehouston.org, www.marchofremembrance.org for information on an event in your area. Here, Holocaust survivors, World War II veterans, and/or their families share their experiences as victims and liberators. Experience heartfelt testimonies, healing, and hope. Rise up and march against today's anti-Semitism. Marchofremembrance.org, marchofremembrancehouston.org.